I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are back. We got the Christmas tree lit up. I'm going to move over just a little bit here. Make sure my mic, can you hear me out there? Can you hear me now? A little bit going on. Just a brief update. If you're paying attention to the state versus, if you don't know out there, this will just take a second. If you're paying attention to the state versus Nydia-Tisdale over in Dawson County, Georgia, yesterday they opened with motions, as court hearings do, back and forth, who can be in the courtroom, what witnesses can say this and that, and so that's just a bunch of legal jargon that happens opening motions. Then they started jury selection yesterday. Sources tell me that jury selection is going so slow. About 75 candidates for the jury in that trial. And yesterday they did not even seat a jury, and they're still working on that this morning. Their hope is in day 2, by the end of today, be able to start opening statements. So if you're wanting to hear what the opening statements or arguments are in the case of the state of Georgia versus Nydia-Tisdale, opening arguments, it's taking forever to seat a jury. It's going so slow. May start this afternoon. So that's your update on that. Now, getting back, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. As we talked about this morning, it is Christmas in America this year after a long overdue, awaited opportunity to get out of. Now, here is something that will start this week, okay? But if you noticed, and the reason I opened It's Christmas in America, that's what the name of this is. It's Christmas in America. At this time, okay, at this time every year, especially for the last 8, okay, especially with the last 8, we were already, we were already doing War on Christmas, right? There were segments of War on Christmas. There was already, boycotting, predominantly white people boycotting. I'm so sorry, folks, but the media has made sure that we are so racially divided. If we were to heal as a country racially, they're out of business. What else could they create? They got to create this racial divide in our country, not you and I, okay? And you know I always say these things just for a joke. But we, last year and several years going back, War on Christmas, what the Obamas would not say other than happy holidays. You know, Obama gave a speech and, he had to never Merry Christmas or whatever. What stores would not say Merry Christmas, okay? I don't want to say that is ended. I don't want to say the war on Christmas is over. It's not. But leadership in itself, the mood of the country in itself, is it's Christmas in America. And I just wanted to do that today. I just wanted to, because I was looking yesterday, Monday, Melania Trump, our First Lady, decorating the White House, unveiling the White House, and talking about it's Christmas in America again. The war on Christmas. You caused them to lose that war by voting in Donald Trump. Not that it's not out there. Don't think it's that easy. Like people are going to accept that, Jesus is the reason for the season all of a sudden. Okay, that's not going to happen immediately. But you won when you put President Donald Trump in the White House. Okay? So that being said, moving right along. Now, yesterday, the racial slurs continued. Now, before I start, put Pocahontas up. Now, this is long before, okay, this is long before, that's Elizabeth Warren. She is the senator from Massachusetts. And this is a feud that goes back to a campaign between her and former Senator Scott Brown in Massachusetts. So Elizabeth Warren lied and said she was Native American. All right? The Democrat Senate candidate can't back up family lore. She said Mama and Pawpaw. Is that what they call the Indian Mama and Pawpaw? Okay. Hey, she said her mom and dad, Mama and Pawpaw, told her these stories when she was a little girl. The Democrat Senate candidate cannot back up family lore that she is part Cherokee, but neither is there evidence she benefited from it. Okay? Elizabeth Warren is not a citizen of the Cherokee Nation. Elizabeth Warren is not enrolled in the Eastern Band of Cherokee Indians. And Elizabeth Warren is not one of the United Catawba Band of Cherokees. Okay? She's not. Nor could she become one even if she wanted, despite a nearly 3-week flap over her claim of being Native American. The progressive consumer advocate has been unable to point to evidence of Native heritage except for the unsubstantiated third-hand report that she might be 1/32nd Cherokee. All right? Let's go back. Let's see. Warren would not be eligible to become a member of any of the 3 federally recognized Cherokee tribes based on the evidence so far surfaced by independent. Let's see. Warren said, these are family stories, Warren said. This is what my brothers and I were told by Mom and Dad and Mama and Pawpaw. But so far, she and her campaign have been unable to establish that their family lore about the being part Native American is anything more than one of the most widely shared family myths known to American genealogy researchers. Okay, let me get to this right here. She was running to seat Scott Brown. She was running, has been embroiled in the controversy since reports surfaced. These are reports that surfaced. This is what this white woman, very white, extra white as can be, white professor, white neighborhood, white Boston, white Massachusetts, white Harvard University. Pretty damn white. Warren, now running as a Democrat to unseat incumbent Massachusetts, this goes back years ago, Massachusetts Scott Brown, has been embroiled in a controversy since reports surfaced that she described herself as a minority. She described herself as a minority in a law school directory and was touted. She was touted. It was talked about. She was touted as a Native American faculty member. Whoa, when she come through, whoa, here comes Pocahontas. They had a Pocahontas parking space. She got the royal treatment. She was on the list of faculty members, Native American faculty members, while tenured at Harvard Law School in the mid-1990s. Warren has described herself, she's described herself as a Cherokee in Delaware Indian and Delaware Indian ancestry. Okay? She was on the list at Harvard as a Native American faculty member. No truth in it. Research, period. Of all places, Harvard. You would think they had done a little bit of background before they threw her ass up on the Native American list. Whoa, Native American. You know, so this has been going on. She has told one of the biggest lies. Now, in America today, people get very upset when we lie or we disparage our veterans. In America today, people get very upset when we lie and make false claims of our Native American heritage, okay? We don't like that. The Indians, okay, they don't like it. They don't like you going out and campaigning and lying, saying you're a Cherokee Indian. That's what Maw said. Maw and Paw said, I am an Indian. And in fact, I even put it on the Harvard Law School, registered as a Native American professor, as faculty, Native American faculty, okay? This goes back to May 20th, 2012, okay? So yesterday, we watched the video, okay? Let's run the video one more time. Let's run that video again, the one we ran earlier, okay? And then right after that, we come back to me for about 10 seconds. Then I want to run the CNN video of how the media's head spun off, all right? And no, then I want to run what's her name's video? I'll tell you during this one. So let's play Donald Trump with the Native American Indians that he is honoring yesterday at the White House for their code interpreters, veterans. So let's run that one.
And I have to say, I said to General Kelly, I said, General, how good, here he is right there, the chief. He's the general and the chief. I said, how good were these code talkers? What was it? He said, sir, you have no idea. You have no idea how great they were, what they've done for this country, and the strength and the bravery and the love that they had for the country and that you have for the country. So that was the ultimate statement from General Kelly, the importance. And I just want to thank you, because you're very, very special people. You were here long before any of us were here. Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you, because you are special. You are special people. You are special people.
So, tax reform, they call her Pocahontas. Tax reform's on the page. Media can't take no jokes. That's a racial slur, right? So the media can't take any jokes. So tax reform's on the table. We have a lot of things on the table right now, but we must deal with this. This is top of the list for the media right now. Trump plays the media like you would not believe. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, now Minka Brzezinski went crazy this morning, just absolutely crazy on Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and says, stop it. You have 3 children. You have to raise your 3 children. You need to stop taking up for this man. This Homer Simpson, as they call him. They call him the Homer Simpson, your president, or the Archie Bunker. For you in the younger generation would not understand that. Worth watching the reruns. It was pretty funny. So Sarah Huckabee Sanders, what does the media find important yesterday? Tax reform? No. Pocahontas. So let's play Sarah Huckabee Sanders takes grilling from White House reporters over Trump's Pocahontas. You got that one?
Continue to fight against ISIS, continue growing the economy. Those are the president's priorities, and he wants people in place that are going to help and support those priorities. Jonathan.
Sarah, at the event that the president just did with the Navajo code talkers, he referred to Pocahontas being in the Senate. Why did he feel the need to say something that is offensive to many people while honoring the Navajo code talkers, these genuine American
I think
heroes?
What most people find offensive is Senator Warren lying about her heritage to advance her career.
Now, she said it was a racial slur. She said it was a racial slur. What is your response to that?
I think that's a ridiculous response.
Stephen, just follow up with that, because the president was speaking at an event to honor members of the greatest generation, people who fought in World War II, who are in their 80s and 90s now. And the moment had many people online asking whether the president lacks decency. What's your response to that notion?
Look, I think the president certainly finds an extreme amount of value and respect for these individuals, which is why he brought them and invited them to come to the White House and spent time with them, recognizing them and honoring them today. So I think he is constantly showing ways to honor those individuals, and he invited them here at the White House today to meet with them and to also remind everybody about what the historic role that they played many years ago. Kristen.
Why is it appropriate for the president to use a racial slur in any context?
I don't believe believe that it is appropriate for him to make a racial slur.
Well, a lot of people feel as though this is a racial slur, so why is it appropriate for him to use that?
Like I said, I don't think that it is, and I don't think that was certainly not the president's intent.
Does he see
I think,
political
again,
value
like I said, I think the most offensive thing. I'm sorry?
Does he see political value in calling people out racially? Why use that?
Look, I think that Senator Warren was very offensive when she lied about something specifically to advance her career. I don't understand why no one's asking about that question and why that isn't constantly covered.
See, you commit me to on Syria. First on Friday the president's.
Okay. Does the president find political value to call people out racially? You see, the media is set up, the propaganda machine. The Indians, Pocahontas, NFL, the black players, UCLA players, the black players, his comments in Charlottesville, political value to call people out. Does the president find political value to call people out racially? Their heads are spinning off, folks. Home sales up. Home sales up. Stock market up. Unemployment down. A tax bill ready to go. Tax reform bill ready to go to free up trillions of dollars on the sideline. Trillions on the sideline waiting to be flushed out into this economy. No. Racial slurs, their heads are spinning off. You see how they act over this? President Trump knew that yesterday. He said, you know, what the hell, I'll get them. So let's do the to finish this segment, because I have so much, it's a 2-hour show. Let's do the Elizabeth Warren reacts to President Trump. Now this is calling her Pocahontas, okay? Watch the media again. It's interesting to watch the media. Let's go with this one, okay?
Senator, you may not even know this yet because this happened just a few moments ago, but the president, who was made what was apparently supposed to be a joke while addressing the Navajo code talkers today, saying, we have a representative in Congress who's been here a long time, longer than you. They call her Pocahontas. Let's listen to this with me, please.
You were here long before any of us were here. Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you because you are special. You are.
Senator, do you have any response to that?
You know, this was supposed to be an event to honor heroes, people who put it all on the line for our country, and people who, because of their incredible work, saved the lives of countless Americans and our allies. It is deeply unfortunate that the President of the United States cannot even make it through a ceremony honoring these heroes without having to throw out a racial slur. Look, Donald Trump does this over and over, thinking somehow he's going to shut me up with it. It hadn't worked in the past. It is not going to work in the future.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep on YouTube,
throwing out a racial slur. Now let me just bring up a couple pictures this morning, and this is what led the news. Okay, not the Democrat fundraising machine that was masked as the CFPB, okay? The CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, was masked as a Democrat fundraising machine. They used it to, I'm going to call it, to facilitate Democrat fundraising, okay? And they masked it as the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau that Barack Obama created, that Donald Trump actually took over this week with Mick Mulvaney, and their heads are spinning off. You didn't even know this was existing. It was Dodd-Frank under Dodd-Frank, this new agency, God, we love new agencies, was created, okay? And in that new agency, it was actually a Democrat fundraising political machine there that nobody knew about. And the head guy resigned. Obama appointee, what was his name again? The Obama appointee, it's Richard Cordray, which retired, resigned, and named his own successor to keep the flow going with Democrat money through Dodd-Frank. And Donald Trump said, no, no, no. Mick Mulvaney came in. We'll go over that in just a minute. But MSNBC this morning, I want you to look at what they did, all right? I want you to look. Put up Andrew Jackson. Now, Native American group says Trump's Pocahontas remarks smacks of racism, okay? Here is what MSNBC did this morning and said the most racial thing was having these gentlemen actually accept this with Andrew Jackson, President Andrew Jackson's portrait behind them. The president who created the Removal of Indians Act, okay, Andrew Jackson, Indian Removal Act, and is responsible for the Trail of Tears, the President Andrew Jackson. They were so upset this morning that they actually had this ceremony for these men, these veterans, in that room with Andrew Jackson's portrait there. You need to figure out and wake up America what they're truly going after, okay? So the racial slurs, Pocahontas lied about her heritage to get ahead. Very offensive when she lied about her heritage. You'll continue to see Sarah Huckabee Sanders will not take their garbage, she will not react to what they're trying to do. She hits them head on and they can't take it. So you take a white Christmas at the White House with a white family with a racial slur, Pocahontas, and you throw Sarah Huckabee Sanders into it, and then you put a nativity scene in there. You never know. I'm your host, BKP. One last picture. Put up Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Or Sarah Sanders, the picture. Let me talk directly to you, Sarah. You know I love you. You know I'm a fan. Okay? You know I am. I'm a fan. All right? I like how you handle the day-to-day and you just smack the media down every day. You know that. Sarah, if you're watching the show, on the dresses, no more floral prints. No more. Don't do that again, Sarah. I mean, it was going so well till you had this big floral print. No more. I'm your biggest fan, Sarah. Take us to break. Franchise fees. Yes, we're going to do it. I want to talk about franchise fees and the fleecing of America. Where have I heard that before? Take us to break.